back to Adopt a Day. Hope everybody's having a good one, man. As you guys know, the market is kind of crazy right now. It seems like the dollar is dying, right, in real time. You can see that just by looking at the price of gold and silver. They're shooting up like crazy. Some people are looking at these tokens and they're trying to figure out why they're not pumping. Like, what's the issue? Why does everything seem like it's going up and we're not? To be totally honest, I can't answer that question. What I want to say is that, these metals are being used in a lot of stuff people are building, whereas crypto is still on chain, and not many people even know anything about it. If you ask anyone right now if they know anything about DeFi, they're gonna say no. They know anything about CoW, that's the protocol we're gonna be looking into today. People have no idea what that is, but they're pretty big. 67 people I know following them plus. Pretty cool protocol. So we're still underground, man. So we gotta kind of like lay the foundation. AI agents are coming for sure. They're gonna be using blockchain to move assets around. So look forward to that. But since we're here, let's get into some DeFi. Like I said, we're looking at CowSwap. Why people like CowSwap? Because it's cross chain, as you can see here. These are all the chains you can trade on. Um, Also, some people say that it's the best fees. They give you can buy at the best prices. Let's take a look at their site. It protects traders from the dangers of DeFi, which is MEV. Basically what MEV is sometimes you put in a transaction and then someone else will see your transaction before it gets like finalized. And then if they know you're gonna move the price up, they'll buy before you and sell to you. So you'll be buying at a higher price, even though when you got in, the price wasn't that high. Someone just saw that they can buy it and sells you at a higher price. So in order to stop that from happening and people losing money, people invent things like house swap. Definitely take a look to learn more. Here they're speaking about the MEV blocker. That's basically one of their main stuff, one of their main products. What we're doing today, like I said, today is a simple video. Take you guys through the best MEV blocker in the sun, under the sun. Cool. Okay. Um, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take a look at the cow swap protocol, just so you guys can see. They have 1.2 billion transactions. That's pretty good. The number one DEX for intent based DEX protocol by volume. Not really too clear on what that is, but so what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna show you guys how to basically earn a yield on your stablecoin without having to actually supply it to a lending platform. So as you can see here, this is Aave, right? One of the biggest DeFi platforms in crypto. They're giving out a 3% yield on people who deposit your USDC, right? So I could just hit supply here and deposit, but I'm gonna leverage CowSwap to actually just swap right into the position, and I can swap in and out. So basically, I have this USDC sitting there. It's not earning any yield right now. Aave is offering 3% yield. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this USDC. So I'm gonna take five. This is just for examples. I'm gonna take 5 USDC. I'm gonna trade this 5 USDC for 5 Aave Arbitrum USDC. Right, that's what this is all called. Now, what happens when I trade this right into this asset is I automatically start to earn a 3% yield because the same asset that I would get if I was to just supply. So it's just a workaround on getting out of a supply and a borrow position. Just a simple way to get in and out. Here you go. It says you're gonna sell your 5 and you're gonna get this. I'm actually making money on the trade, which is another reason why a lot of people like Arbitrum because CowSwap supposedly you can make money by trading on cow swap, which I don't really understand that, but let's go through with it. And then here, it's just having me approve this. And it makes that sound to know that everything's going through. It's using a solver, scanning liquidity. Okay, boom, my transaction is complete. Boom, boom. So that's all. It's pretty straightforward and simple. Now, I actually have more Arbitrum, and this Arbitrum right here is earning a 3% yield. So you guys definitely want to take advantage of Arbitrum and understand yield and lending now while it's still early, because what you don't want to do is let the banks come in, figure out how to easily get in and out of you know a yield position. This is similar to just buying and selling bonds, right? You buy a treasury bond, it's earning you a yield, and then you can trade it. But usually people don't do that, right? People get into high yield savings account. But this is a way for you to trade in and out of high yield savings account, technically. And then I could always I can buy anything with this now. Now I have this asset, it's liquid. I could say I want to buy some. Oh, they even have Apple stock on here. I didn't know that. It's very interesting. I gotta do a video on buying and selling equities on chain. I'm gonna look into this. But there's a couple things I could do here. Aave, for example. I could just buy $3 worth of Aave with this Aave token. Um, well, there's no liquidity here, so it's probably not the best place to buy. But anyway, you get the point. So, long story short, guys, that was just a simple breakdown, just introducing you to CowSwap here. As you can see, this is how much trading volume. A lot of people using this. So you guys want to give CowSwap a check, see what's going on. I'm not really sure how, because I see they have a cow token. I don't know where it is, but I saw it before. Maybe if I click governance, it'll show me. Okay, no, it's not it. Hmm. That's not it. Okay. Okay. I guess I would go to the CowSwap, and then I would just click account, and it can show me how many tokens I have. I'm not sure, what's the point of buying cow swap. Let me look at the cow token while we're here, just to see if it's been performing well. Cow protocol token. Um, it's not horrible, because you see, we were all the way down here, price wise, at 6 cents, and now we're at 19 cents, even though we have peaked up to over $1. Interesting. Gotta understand why that happened. So this may not be a bad asset to buy. It is not doing well, but it could always reverse if the protocol starts to do anything that seems like they're gonna be able to drive traffic to themselves. I can see here they introduced the Plasma Network, which is a stablecoin network, so that's pretty good. But I have to see how money gets brought back to the cow token. Not really sure how that works. I'm Max Brock. How does cow? So, all right, let's see. It says in summary, cow swap generates revenue on trades, which flows the cow's treasury, often after conversion to cow. This benefits the cow indirectly through buy pressure. So it seems like the revenue that they get, they buy cow and give it to the people who are staking their cow in the form of more cow. So if I was to stake my cow here, I guess I would earn more cow. I guess you turn it into the cow. Maybe a good play. Who knows? Gonna keep an eye on cow for sure. Hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna be introducing more topics centered around DeFi and simpler flows in DeFi instead of like trying to do everything so technical all the time. I hope this one landed and you guys enjoyed the content. Stay tuned. I'll be back soon. Peace.